led squad just yet in this fashion with this prep time. I can't wait to see what they've been working on.
Hugo, what do you think, man? I feel like you're a little perturbed over there. What's going on?
I had an interesting thought as well, because, you know, North have made changes not just in the in-game leader spot, but behind the server as well. That being Jumpy the coach, ex-Fnatic, you know, way back. Not way back, but a couple of coaches back. And he was with Fnatic during their hard times when there were all those roster changes post-WSG and, you know, the team splitting apart, all Fnatic coming back together. He's been through all the trials and tribulations of the Swedish scene, and now coming over to North, who certainly have had their own problems in the past. I hope Jumpy can bring, you know, a good amount of experience there in helping this team find their formation.
And if not, they'll put him on one of those sailboats and they'll whack out a one of those little video pieces that makes it look like he's passed away, because that's what they did for Mytha.
Yeah,
it was great.
Then.
It was a great video. Like, you know, full respect for literally pushing the boat out with production value. But yeah, I mean, it was, you know, when you look at like what the context of that like boat sending off.
Let's just shoot a flaming arrow into the boat as it sails off.
Oh man, that was great. That was so good.
This is truly the wildest timeline of life. Like this, you know what? I'm 30 years old, and sometimes I'm thinking, yeah, I've seen it all. But obviously, I have not. And well, every single day, something new keeps churning up. Now, you get media pieces, you get content pieces like that, and they really are one-off. I'd have to put that one up there. We were saying Fnatic. Obviously, they had that banger of one a few years ago as well.
Oh, boy, yeah. We've got so much, dude. We've got so much in CS.
Yes.
And here's to many more years of this great content coming out.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to be looking at. Now, we were talking about context. We want to give you some context of what to expect when we jump into this matchup. We're going to have to do that by displaying the GG.bet odds and maybe kind of giving everyone a bit of a run through here as to what to expect on Nuke, Dust 2, and then finalizing on Overpass.
Damn.
Okay, 4.32 there for North. What are we thinking?
The only scary thing is the unknown quantity of Navi online, right? Like, not that I'm coming into this game expecting them to bomb out because it's an online match, and like, you know, maybe Astralis had that situation, but I don't think that will, you know, affect Navi as much. That being said, those are heavy odds considering, you know, Navi haven't played a game in 2 years. We don't know what to expect, Trace. We just don't know. The information isn't there.
We haven't really even talked about Navi, it feels like. And I wanted to touch upon, like, the new addition of Perfecto, right? You know, coming in, obviously, from that Simon Gaming squad. Yeah. Back there, when he was in that, throughout all 3 iterations of that squad, bar 1, where it was iDisbalance who was the best player on the team, he was the #1 ranked player. Here in Navi, they've brought him in to fill like more of a supportive role, if anything. He doesn't even have to be the guy fragging out. He's had like the lowest ratings of his career since joining this team, but Navi is still winning so much. So he's clearly bringing a lot of value to this squad in other ways. And I also think that this shows that, you know, like if you're Navi, when Simple makes that statement and says how we're all on this really good level, he's not kidding. Like even the guy who you've brought in who isn't fragging, isn't putting up these crazy numbers, he's got that in the tank, you would presume, if his past is anything to go by.
And the interesting part for me is obviously we're only privy to an outside perspective of this team, right? So you look at a team like Navi, you look at them on paper, you say, okay, Simple, you're superstar. Well, Simple's been there for a minute now. Simple obviously had to endure the pains of what were previous iterations of this Navi lineup. Now you see him kind of at the helm, you know, like this is one of your leading veterans within the squad. Obviously he's going to have a say in decision-making and things in the way that it runs. I feel like Simple finally has his pieces in place or in order that he needs for this team to find the success.
Yeah, without a doubt. He seems to finally believe in the project. And I think that's what you need, right? It's kind of crazy to say that the best player in the world hasn't been believing in his team before.
We've heard it. We've seen it.
You know, it kind of makes sense, right? Give the history, give the context. And now I guess, you know, Simple can take more of the reins of this team. And yeah, it's looking good.
Simple's a marketing dream, man. Like, he's been loyal to the organization throughout. His form has never dropped off. And he's stuck around just through his, like, allegiance to the Navi org and the belief that eventually they're going to build this great team around him. Well, now they've got that. And mate, if you want to make a good, not maybe a good comparison, but a comparison. It's like in some senses, man, North could even be like in that same spot where you do have like this handful, like this core of players sticking around, longing it out, even though maybe there's been other offers that have come along. There's been other teams that they could have gone to, and they're all just waiting, like with the belief that eventually it's going to take off. Now it has for Navi, it hasn't for North yet.
Right.
But maybe 2020 could be the year for that.
It very well could be. And even the more weirder timeline is if you look back, if you scroll back the years, if there was a world where Simple was wearing an MIBR tag, that would have been the strangest of events. But that never happened. Luckily, that is not the way that cookie crumbled. What we are looking to do here is get the cookies out of the oven and jump into Nuke. We are just about ready to get this match started. We have about 1 minute left, I'm told, on the timer, which means that ultimately I kind of want to put you guys on the spot. I mean, I don't necessarily know that we're doing predictions, but perhaps we can make it happen anyway.
Yeah,
so
we'll give it a go.
Let's start with you, Hugo.
For the series or for the map?
Let's go with the series.
Navi. I feel like you've got to, right? You've just got to, after their Kato performance, assuming they're not one-trick ponies, you got to jump on a Navi.
I'm immediately hopping on that. I'm not even going to like give some time to like let the suspense set in. Navi should be taking this. If North managed to, stellar work from them.
Yeah.
But this should be a Navi victory.
Trace?
You know, I'm looking at this, and obviously, I guess I've chosen Navi before I've even spoken about it. But if that face on that picture is any indication, then I'd say, yeah, that's exactly right. Navi would have to be...
Now we just got to wait for this man.
No,
Rush isn't here.
He's a little busy. He's not going to be joining us for that. But I would safely assume that he probably picked Navi. Then again, he is a little bit of a wild card, so maybe he did pick North. We'll never know.
We actually have a Dane observing for this, so he would have been biased.
Picked North.
Definitely has done that. We're going to be jumping in this first map of Nuke, followed by Dust 2. Overpass will be the decider should we have to get there. North is going to have to put up a fight straight away, and starting on the CT side is going to be not as sincere.
Yeah, a tough, rough start for North on this T side, but let's see what they've got in their back pocket. Danes do love a bit of nuclear action. Flamey, known for his ramp aces, but not glilled up right now, just waiting. Push is going to come through. He spots it, but doesn't commit to the fight. We'll just drop down lower towards that B site. Boomich, similar story. Doesn't want to overcommit. And we'll just give North the room they deserve. The fight's down towards B as North look to continue towards this lower site. There are plenty of rotations, but it might not matter. The kills are coming through, all Danish. There's a trade for Electronic, and it's back and forth into a 3-on-3. That molly is great, but the shot from AZ comes in just before it. Electronic gets pushed out of Secret to just 10 points of health, and North can go back up towards Heaven.
Nightmare fuel as Cajun goes away from B, secures this bomb plant, and it's a bomb plant for Heaven as well. Electronic and Perfecto, the two players left in the clutch, they've gone down towards B, so they might already be writing this one off.
They do have that armor, so it looks like 100 on the Perfecto. Perhaps Electronic also has 100 armor, which is worthy of saving. Obviously, you can upgrade into head armor the next round for a significantly less cost.
You're all about those savings, Trace.
Yeah, I guess now would be the time to, look at your savings and really think about everything.
Yeah.
But it does look like North are not going to have to worry about saving this round. It does look like Navi have given away this pistol. And we're going to be jumping into the second round here shortly. Overall, though, guys, I feel like Navi might have a rough start. This just might not be what they're used to.
I mean, North with the pace already established on the T side, they're going to be feeling confident. They should have the first 3 rounds locked in, you'd like to think. Navi are going to force to try and combat that, but easier said than done. Got a couple of nades. Not going to be going towards a yard to stack them outside, though. It's just going to be simple heading in. A couple going outside to throw a molly to disperse any kind of outside smoke, but it's North rushing in through the vent. Gate gets down.
Wow.
Great grenade from whoever that was on Navi. Does a hell of a lot of damage, about 150. And North, however, are already on the B site.
Yeah, really good grenade right there. And with all that HP taken away, they still haven't gotten the bomb down just yet. Navi, you're onto it. Hip bomb strat looked pretty good. Flamey somehow is able to just barely get off a frag there to KRB before he's eliminated by Gade. AZ outside. The bomb should be planted momentarily. Just trying to be thorough in their approach is North. And so far, so good. Perfecto left is lonesome. Lands a deagle shot, not to the head, though. So it'll be KJNB that does take damage now. Cavalry has been alerted. It's only a matter of time. 2 rounds for North, and 1 Harry Russell on the menu.
Yes, indeed. I want to just see Simple, be untethered from his mortal coil and ascend this this plane of existence and just step right up. Because you think about it, man, he's always streaming FPL. You know, he's always...
the guy breathes the game. It's pretty obvious.
He's always playing Counter-Strike. And as a result, you know, he should be pretty used to this, like, online realm of CS. Gade, straight out through the door. MSL and KaJND finding the openers.
Ooh, that's a... I don't even know how Flamey gets away with that kill. He even dinks a follow-up player, but North are just going to flood the lobby, and they will drown Navi in the A site. It's going to be guns going well for North. The 3-0 lead that we kind of expected after that pistol pickup, but now Navi have got guns to go with. Simple can even get that AWP. He's been saving for it, and it's his lucky day. Yeah, even team dinks. He shoots MSL in the face, but it's not a problem. It's still around for North with minimal damage from Navi. Now, where does his orb go for Simple? You would imagine Garage, but let's have a look. BaHvMh is already heading towards Mini. Simple is going to go up the ladder, actually, towards that top site, expecting maybe another faster play from North, but the Mollies will deny and delay any of that. The smokes outside land perfectly despite Navi's Molotovs, and North will get a player down towards B, but there's already a rotation in the form of BaHvMh.
KaJND, in the meantime, has opened up this A-bomb site. So all this movement down towards B might not even ever play into it. Navi are already locked out of the site.
Yeah, Navi actually got fully baited by those outside smokes. Simple fell off of heaven to go fight the yard, but North only sent one player down towards B with those smokes. BaHvMh has been waiting all round for that fight, and he will get ahead of it. Low HP, though. Retake potential here for Navi, but already 2 players in CT spawn. Looks like a save. And Navi realized that North have picked up a 4th round. That's a great heads-up info play from KaJND, just running through the hut, getting a kill, and Navi having no one else on the site to trade. You're not going to get many situations like that if you're North, just a solo man on A. And the long-term effects that's going to have is it's certainly going to condition Navi to be more aware of that upper site. We're going to see, I'm sure, a lot more players playing A from now on. Electronic Shadow gets spotted, so they are not pushing out of the lobby.
That got a little scary there. 4-0. Navi still haven't responded. They do hold on to some weapons from the prior round. Another op in the hands of Simple.
One thing that people say about online CS is that, you know, there's less pressure because you're not at LAN. And so people feel more free to do kind of crazy things that they might not necessarily do when they're on those big stages, such as those, you know, information hut pushes with no flashbangs, with no utility, with no bait. And you can see Navi, the reaction of that previous round. They put 3 players on the top side. They've got Simple dedicated with the AWP. After no rush, he will wrap heaven and try and support outside if needed. But it's okay for the time being. North, however, are set up with smokes towards the yard, ready to go.
Oh, they try and block that smoke with the Molotov. They were hoping that was going to give them a bit of a gap, but it hasn't really. And that has allowed a player to slip on by. Gade, a lucky player in question, has gotten past the outside smokes. BaHvMh is going to go ahead and drop this one over at Secret, and that will stop North in their tracks. Flashes in towards radio now, and maybe going to try and hit this ramp room, but Flamey is in position, primed, ready to go. He's going to get flashed up, fades away, gets down the ramp. AZ's been eliminated elsewhere. That's over towards Mini. Looked like maybe for a second they wanted to try and wrap in towards Hell and make some magic happen here, especially with Gade and AZ both heading towards outside, but I think that option is out the window. They think the B-bomb site, as a result, might be a little less protected, and that is not the truth. MSL is the last man remaining, and he gets shut down, and Navi going to get their 1st round on the board. Good bit of control, nice adjustment there to keep that under wraps.
No double AWP secured. They had the option. They took the AK instead, and I think that's a safe play. You don't need necessarily a double AWP on the CT side. It's unfortunate for Simple. What we're definitely going to see is Simple will look for you jumping behind those smokes. A lot of players like to jump as the smokes meet to avoid the gap that could technically be there from a Molotov dispersing that smoke. Simple always looks above the smoke and will catch you if you jump. That should be something North need to be aware of to avoid. Nice little boost up. MSL's actually found the man advantage in this round with the AWP, and that was towards the ramp route. Oh, sorry, through Mini. onto Simple. So
MSL
nice
has opt Simple. It's 2020, y'all.
You love to see it. Simple yet to frag.
Yeah, that's a rough start for the boy. And a rough start in the round here for Navi with that deficit of 1 man down. Still have an off and play on BaMH, and Electronic's going to find himself posted up in secret. He's about to get a little bit of action here, it feels like. They're going to trust an MSL here to go for another pick.
What?
Electronic running through the flames.
Despicable.
Just wild scenes, really.
Oh, it's just so gross, isn't it? And he gets away with it. Obviously, he does. BaMH, in the meantime, on this AWP, isn't picking that AWP up a fair bit as well. Like, we've seen him use it and look pretty good, and that scares me. Because what can BaMH not do at this point? Wrapping in through heaven, though. AZ. Ooh. Oh. Perfecto's ready. 1 step ahead. That could have been the way back into this round. If AZ's heaven wrap yields some results, even 1 kill to pull the attention away, then maybe. But Navi were 1 step ahead.
Now looking towards the lower site here, I think North want to go if they actually do want to commit. 20 seconds. MSL, if he dies here, the round's done. He's got the bomb on his back and a man around the corner. Electronic tagged up, but an off angle, and he's going to have plenty of warning from the barrel. Gets a free kill and even a second AWP that he again will not take. Navi still fine with 1. BaMH can throw that back over as they double down their rounds with 2. And break the money of North, most importantly. Now, North could still buy here if they want to go for a fast round with a couple of UMPs and some AKs. They're still going to have enough for 2-3 rifles. Electronic is an absolute demon pushing that Molotov. Last thing North were to expect. And honestly, even if you're looking at it, it can be kind of hard to catch a player doing that. Those mollies create so much black smoke that you just can't see through it. North will just take an eco for now. Half buying pistols, armor, standard stuff, smokes outside, throwing them on the fly, I imagine, because there's a massive gap. But that Molotov is shutting it down. BaMH spraying the hut, drops the bomb as they try and split up. A Simple isn't even using his AWP, he's on the sidearm, and they will just clean up the eco nice and quickly. No issue for Navi.
Real good stuff there from Navi. Really did clean him up. Took him to the cleaners even. Simple back with an AWP in hands. Let's see if he can get something going with it. The money's starting to stack for Navi. MSL, though, with an AWP of his own. Certainly done pretty well in this matchup so far with it. Perhaps he can give them a little bit of an opening here. Looks like they want to spread around outside. MSL's going to try to get aggressive, look for a peek.
Ooh.
And he does grab a pick. Electronic falls. That does immediately start Navi off in a deficit in this round.
Yeah, BaMH has to rotate. He has been known to do a lot of work in the secret position, constantly playing that delay with the smoke, spotting the pixel gap down lower, and just dropping the smoke and backing up towards the stairs. This time he's going to go a little bit more aggressive, try and repeat Electronic successes. Cajun is coming through as fades, and he'll get away with a kill. North 5-on-3, best situation they've had in a rifle round yet. What can they do with it?
Yeah, those cogs are already turning in the heads of North, right? They've dealt with Electronic, who's been a nuisance in secret constantly. You've just caught BaMH, the man that you know is so often responsible for these rotations. And so if you're North, you know you've got Navi right where you want them. Right? Like, you don't have to pick up the pace now. You don't have to go fast. This is kind of your moment to just sit back and let the events transpire in front of you, and you just play around the information, the kills, the positions that you get given by Navi. And you can see North, they're set up, they're surrounding this A-bomb site, but this is where Navi have all 3 players.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a Molotov out on the site, 2 to be exact. They have just about every avenue of approach that you can think of. KGB and Gade really doing their side. So neither is Simple. He's just out of the fight altogether. Never really got started for him.
Yeah, retaking through hut with a pistol. Certainly not where you want to be in that spot. 5-3. Simple 1 kill to his name. Bottom of the server. How long will that last, though?
Probably not long. He usually gets fired up pretty hardcore, and then he's unstoppable. So
just got to wait for that 1 round.
I guess North better enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah. Take as many as you can. I mean, this is already a good T side for North. They can be happy with a 10-5. I don't think they'll be giving up at this point, though.
Of course not.
See what else they can add to it. Gade fast behind these smokes. He's done this a lot so far. We've seen those rotations be apt by Navi. BaHvMh again down lower. Simple will find first blood, taking Gade out behind the smoke. I want to know if Gade was jumping there or not, but Cajun trading one out on ramp. The control will be given away to Navi, but Simple is so quick in rotating down to position, looking to do even more work, but the Molotov will send him back. That might be the B site open for business for North, but Navi still have players down here to hold on to it.
Yeah, BaHvMh looking to be the roadblock. They are getting surrounded. We've got a player in AZ in control room, just absolutely eating BaHvMh's lunch. 3v3. What will Navi do in this situation?
Yeah, Cajun is still back towards ramp. He's going to play into this round a little bit later, but this does mean that these two players that have been inside of the bomb site have been left to deal with this oncoming retake all alone. Now, MSL gets Molotoved out. Time is ticked off for this bomb. Navi, they know they've got to pick up the pace if they want to have any chance here, and getting past this AWP on MSL's back is proving to be a bit of a challenge. Oh, this is horrible. Wow. This is horrible. How do you deal with it? Simple runs around, wastes no time, double doors. Ooh, it's a scary ending to the round. Simple goes down with the bomb, but he takes down everybody with him. Goes down a hero at the very, very least.
Yeah, captain with a ship.
But it's still a 6th round for North, nonetheless.
Some really scary stuff right there. Nonetheless, it is Navi that find themselves a lesser 6-3 North. Gonna go ahead and take a tactical timeout, and I can only imagine what they're discussing.
AZ did something really sick there. BaHvMh had a position which left him, aware that the T's could be in secret, but not exposed to them. AZ goes up in the control room and he jumps. And what that jump gives him is the ability to see BaHvMh on the ramp, who's holding towards the ramp entrance, the two sides. And AZ can just climb up on the servers and kill BaHvMh from above. Really nice angle. You can see North practicing in their, well, I guess, practice room.
Guess in their office, so to say. That's one way to look at it. Cool scenario, cool setup that they've got over there for themselves. I love it.
Still 6 rounds on the T side. North are going to be very happy with this half, and Navi have got to try and piece something together here in this defense. Ooh, Electronic, did he get spotted on that cross? I think he may have. He's going to have to drop down towards lower because North saw him get into secret. He doesn't want to be cornered there by a Molotov, and that exact volley is going in now from MSL. Electronic waiting. Maybe he could run through it. No one's ever done that.
Oh, no, yeah, there we go. Okay.
Oh, they were ready for it.
Yeah, you kind of get what you deserve there, Electronic. Trying to go for it again. And this time they will keep him away.
He did spot someone silo, though. That's information for Simple.
Yeah, and Simple is keen to act on any information he gets. Already getting 1 kill in this round.
I'm telling you, it just needs to get started up here. Then it'll be the Simple show. Until then, it's going to be Navi who need to find an answer. North setting up for some nades here in the upper site. And I do like what Navi's doing here. There's kind of teetering in and out of BaHvMh going and trying to run secret. And now they've got Electronic running around in secret. They're trying to keep it fresh, but obviously there's only so many ways that you're going to peak those steps. It does appear that North has latched onto that.
Yeah, and it's not every day, right? You have a player peek from secret. So Navi can't actually afford to let that get predictable. They can't do that. But here we go. That's a big kill from BaHvMh. You want to talk about impact? Here it is. BaHvMh is demonstrating it diligently. 2 kills there. One of those being the bomb. And this round, as a result, is pretty much as good as over. Cajun B, he's got the bomb site, but no bomb, no life left. Electronic finishing things off, and Navi, they will rise to the occasion there in round number 10. They'll take themselves a 4th, and they do it damn near flawlessly. 4 players staying alive.
No bomb, no party, Hugo.
Got to have that money somehow, Trace. How else are you going to be able to afford all the presents?
I don't know.
At present, North don't have much money, so not going to be celebrating themselves down to those pistols for the time being. Navi going to be nipping at their heels. Slow and steady wins the race, and they're trying to get back in this in the first place. Molly on the door keeps MSL back. Electronics already killed Gade in the yard. This Krieg is going to be savage against the Deagles. And he's looking for a little bit more. Tip-tapping away. Nice flash, but he can just press control and wait for that to expire. Go back for another bite, and Kiebi, what a shot. Taking down the Krieg. That's a gun gifted over, but North can't retrieve that without getting behind enemy lines, and Simple is watching those lines.
Just some deagles to play with here for North. And they're going to try to get anything going they can in this round. They've let Navi kind of claw themselves back into this game. But 4-4, and the deagle is known to be lethal, so there's still a shot in this round. Just under a minute left on the clock. Two players on top of Mini here. They are boosted up, trying to get a pick over CT Blue. And the timing is just not going to work. Oh, no. Such an awkward position to find yourself with Simple with the AWP right there. Just barely ready to take the shot. Doesn't take it. But now he does have a heads up. They're up to some funny business on top of Secret, or on top of Mini.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, while this might seem like it's a good spot for Simple, yeah, he's got everything to lose and not very much to gain. Kiebi actually shutting his teammate out of the round. BoomH tried to come outside to help with this. And this has now left a big hole in the defense of Navi. The bomb's just gotten by the defense, gone down inside of B, and now these deagles become even more deadly. Up in the retake. Maybe they've seen Cajun Simple fire it over the top. The shot's whistling by. KaJND hidden down beneath Dark AZ with this crossfire trying to draw the attention away. Another miss from Simple. Couple of uncharacteristic misses. That bomb is not planted though for the majority of these post-plant spots from North. Simple finds one. AZ's been shut down as well. And now they're on the bomb. Kiebi, very little time, and that's almost the lineup, but not quite. Simple might have missed at first. But there's three, the hat trick in the retake as he deals with everybody.
Simple probably fired a good 20 op shots that round. And some of them, I feel like we're just kind of messing around with North at a certain point. Just warming himself up, 6-5. Navi certainly still in the fight, but as you said, Hugo, a pretty good half here for North.
Yeah, they're still going to be happy regardless of how this goes, but, you know, never a good time to give in. That being said, they're making these deagle rounds so interesting, and Kiebi with some quick kills getting close. Defuse is in, though, and Navi once again up against these pistols. It's the Molotovs outside. Gay trying to smoke his way across. Simple won't catch a kill this time. And so that is North down towards B. But again, it's the question, how many of North are down towards B? Only one, because it's number split as well. Do we have the numbers here for Navi to defend A? It appears not. 2 kills with these pistols. Simple can't afford to give them the AWP in through heaven. Now that's a missed Molotov, and that's all the utility gone. A chance for Navi to get back into this round sooner rather than later.
Yeah, this has started to fall apart right here. Bomb being planted by North. And that missed Molotov did give the opportunity for players to come from heaven, but as it stands, a little late to try to capitalize on that blunder right now. Flamey and Simple in heaven. Electronic coming in through Mini, finds one. Flamey gets one as well. MSL's here to clean it up. Make sure that North get this round, and he does just that.
Worth noting as well, Gade even came in on that wrap from lower. He got the drop in early from outside, and he comes back up those stairs, flanks Mini, and kills Simple with the CZ. So Gade, you know, closing out the round there as well. The info was all there for North. Navi took so long to come in through heaven. They threw 2 sets of utility at the same time, and so North just knew exactly where Navi were retaking from. Again, the pistols, not just making it close, but taking it over the line this time for North. 7-5, and now it's Navi that are broke.
And that sets a bit of a worrying tone, at least for Nuke, right? North getting close the first time with pistols and then getting even better the second time around. I mean, this should be them continuing to build upon this lead that they've got. You know, not much for Navi to work with. They're now relying on some pistol antics of their own. Perfecto down here with a man called Flamey. Now, Flamey's fallen, but Simple still holds his breath. Down towards Decon. A smoke has gone in, and on the back of it, they get that bomb out of danger. They rotate away from Secret, and now look to carve a path outside. There is only one player on the top half of this map, and that is Electronic. He's sat out in the garage. He is not in a position to deal with this play if they do go towards A. Maybe he can get one, but with so many bodies nearby, right? Even that's kind of optimistic. This round is North's to throw away.
There we go. Perfecto is going to get found out. Tries to get something going with the Deagle. It's AZ there that finds him with the AK. Simple really trying to be elusive within the bomb site, but KRB just peeking from ramp at the right time. And that's that. Simple was up to some mischief right there. I could just feel it.
Yeah, I could have stopped the plant, actually. I don't think anyone was necessarily covering the back of silos, but obviously, if you're Simple there, you have to expect they are. I was trying to catch a player coming through from ramp, but North instead will close out that anti-eco. 2 rounds after the half, and Navi have realized that they don't want a double eco to play for the last round and play for a 9-6. Not fun. They'd rather go for the 8-7, and that requires them forcing now. 2 SMGs, 3 rifles. Certainly not pretty, but enough to get the job done. North have had good varieties on this T side. Lots of outside control, sending players down on B, hitting upper, catching Navi in rotation. I like the depth to this T side, and they're going to go back to these outside smokes. This time, putting heavy numbers behind them. It's typically been 1 player. This time it's 3. Electronic pushed back by the molly, but you know he wants to go back in for seconds.
You won't run through it, Electronic. You won't. Oh, you will.
He might. He just might, Trace. Oh, surely he stops.
Yeah,
no,
he's
MSL.
seen it.
Oh, dear. Oh, quick. Out to the creek. MSL turns around. Everyone's confused. They're all wondering, well, what's he doing here? What's the game, Electronic? What's the game plan? He's still floating around over in secret, and he's looking for a little bit more, and he just might get it. Ooh, it's a little bit scary.
Patience is a virtue.
It is, man. And no one's more patient than Electronic. However, oh my word, how has AZ got to here? He's used this opportunity, this lack of outside presence, to get himself down beneath heaven. And now MSL is going to swoop in and try and join him. This is a good adjustment from North. You can almost kind of feel the pace at which these calls are coming in from MSL. As they're discovering this, as they're getting the information, the calls are coming in on the fly. This was not how they planned to play this round, but this is just the hand they've been dealt. They deal with Flamey. And so now 3-on-4, a chance for North.
Where are they going to go from here, though? They still got a man on that lobby entrance. Electronic finding his 3rd kill of the round down on B gate. He may as well stick the plant. Kiebi's finding lurk frags, but Simple's come in late from the ramp. Not going to be letting Gay get that plant. Kiebi needs 2 kills in 5 seconds. It just ain't happening, and he's going down with Electronic. 4 kills from him, the final one from Simple, and Navi takes 6. 1 round left of the half, but North have the money.
Big ups right there to Electronic for trying to take that fight outside again. Obviously, he gets Molotov'd off. He's able to find himself back into the fight, which proved to be very fruitful. He gets 2 frags right there. And if you're Navi, that's got to be, you know, obviously a little bit of pressure alleviating, especially in a half that's gone 8-6, the opposite side. We're going to see a timeout come in here. As we take a look at the stats, you can see exactly where everyone is sitting. Simple on 10 frags. Electronic on 14. We do have KJB on 12 and KRB on 10. But overall, this is turning out to be a pretty tight half. This could very well go the 8-7 route. Navi can do what they just did right there. They can do it to a point where Electronic is out, making it more in their favor at every single turn. Then that's going to be the difference maker. Intense timeout music as Harry looks at me smiling with that crazy smile that he normally has.
Yeah, well, you know, last shot of the first half, what's not to love? And it's a full buy on either side. We have everything we could possibly need. Well, maybe not an AWP, but pretty much everything we could possibly need. And that's what you want to see. I hate it when you head into these with these terrible little force buys. No, that's not the case here. Perfecto's on an MP9, but that's about it. In terms of the limitations for Navi, Electronic with this Krieg outside, this ain't even, I mean, this is great for him. He's going to take that all day long. He's got a teammate here pushed up as well, MAhvMh7z helping out towards outside. And these two have been playing off of each other. They've been attempting, you know, they've been playing that trade game. The molly's gone in early and that denies the smoke. This time it works for Navi. It didn't work the last time they tried to do this.
If he can keep them here, MAhvMh7z is coming in from lower. Now, North are backing up, but MAhvMh7z can clarify this information. He can confirm there's no one behind red. He's actually sticking down in secret. They don't know if someone's crossed. They haven't. North are sneaking back, and Navi, they might work this out soon, but they don't know it just yet. North could hit this top site. Noise being made by Kiebi, faking a run towards ramp, only to climb back up on the roof, trying to play with the information here from Navi.
Or perhaps looking to get that top hut Molotov, and then they go upper. I mean, we're going to have to obviously sit back and watch. There it is. There's the Molotov. There's the flash of the skylight. The flash is going to work on a Simple. He's going to go for the fight, finds the frag on a KJND. It is Electronic that falls on the other side of the map, though.
Yeah, ramp push from North to end it down on lower. They've got the bomb here. Flamey's already waiting. 3 CTs on this lower site. Na'Vi have read this like a book, and boy, they've already shut it before they finish the last chapter. It's a 7th round at the end of the half. Na'Vi do recover from a very nice T site from North. Is it going to be enough, though? We'll have to wait and see. Join us after the break for the second half of Nuke.
Electronic, keeping things spicy over there towards Secret. He's going to prove to be a very pivotal part of this first half from Navi. He definitely was carrying his weight, and we are going to be carrying you back into the matchup. Welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 11. Just figured I would share with all of you as I opened a Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel just a second ago, right in front of the producer. Of course, it actually was a little pressurized. And
so you did the same thing?
Yeah, but in somebody else's face.
I'm sick and tired of Bastion shaking up our Mountain Dew.
Is that what he's doing now?
Yeah, Bastion, you got anything to say for yourself here before we head into the second half?
Poor little guy. Nothing.
He has nothing to say for himself.
Makes sense.
Poor red-handed.
That's a guilty party if I've ever seen. He's not even going to show his face around here. But you know what it is? The GG bet odds.
There you go.
And they are just as convicting of this this north side. They're actually punishing those guys pretty hard over on GG bet. That's a 4 to 1.2 odds almost.
Almost. But almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So there's that. And if you have to ask what that's all about, I'm going to refer to quote one by Angelica Pickles. And I'm ready to get back to the game, guys. Here we have it. We do have a match pause, though, so I do wonder what the holdup is. Seems like we are back. Nice. Yeah, we are good to go. Now, this is the first map of the series. We've got Nuke, Dust 2, which will be the pick of Navi. And then we're going to be going to Overpass to conclude it, should we need to get there. But for the time being, welcome back, everybody. Hashtag ESL Pro League on any social medium that you can find. Let us know what you're thinking. Show us how you're watching the game. Better yet, share with us pictures of the food that you are eating, because it is about that time over here. Speaking of eating their food, it's going to be Navi. They want to get this off in a furious pace. They want to head towards this upper site, right out into the fray. It's going to be simple. He's going to find at least one so far. Boomich is going to get in the fight as well. Twice over. Gade falls. AZ's out. And that does leave an open bomb site in upper.
Yeah, Bastard doing a great job of almost showing us the kills here. KJND versus Kirby in the 2-on-3. They're going to try and get into the bomb site. That time is ticking away, but KJ, there it is. There's the wrap. And ooh, the double up. Looking for number 3. Can he get it done? It's Boomich on the other side. 1v2. Kirby and KJ hold their own. And North will get the pistol. 9-7. And now a chance to springboard themselves into the lead in a very big way.
That's a second pistol round for North as well. They went 4-0 on the T side starting off the map. So the fact they've just locked in both in this map so far spells, well, dire times for Navi. A bomb plant down on that fast A rush. It could tempt them even to force, but I wouldn't recommend it.
No, you do have to give credit to KJND here. 1-2 punch, just really putting it right back into their court. Look at that. Live team cams. Now that is awesome. I'm going to invite every team in the Pro League to do the exact same thing. And you know what? Maybe you can outdo North in their setup. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. But it's worth trying. And we will be the judge of that.
No, I like that as well. It's a bit of a competition. You know, like if you're claiming to have some of the best facilities in the world and you're a team that's here in your own facility, then come on. You know, like rise to the challenge. If you're one of the guys from like NA or something who are over here and you're having to just play somewhere else, fair play. You know, like maybe it won't be as good as like the North boot camp, but maybe it will. And we want to see them. We want to see those setups. Speaking of setups, Navi towards outside. They've set up with 4 players here to try and grab this outside control. Now, you'll note that that bomb is still dropped back all the way towards lobby. Flamey can retrieve that if they decide they want to hit this outside area. Same side, Navi can just fall on back, draw some of these rotations round, and then look to go for something through lobby and radio.
Worth noting, Navi bought with the bomb plant and the pistol, but they only got 1 smoke, and that's that smoke outside, about to fade. Does not give them a safety cross towards Secret. Doesn't really give them anything. And North, they flash their way into a fight. MSL sets up Kirby for a kill. He can just sit back and relax at the back of the garage, wait for the fights to come to him. The man advantage and Boomich tagged up low. Navi, how the hell do you even get out of this? You can see they're waiting for fights. They're hoping North give them something here in the yard, but right now, nothing. It's being given. Cross has to come through. Missed shot from MSL. A chance maybe to get down towards Bieber Perfecto. Takes significant damage, and Boomich has lost his life in the process.
It's not going to make things easier. Simple, though. He certainly can. He does have the potential. Perfecto really locking one in there as well. MSL is going to fall. So 3v3, Perfecto very low. And the time as well. So this is just going to be a save call. They're going to hold up, hide out there in secret. And we're going to see another round go to North. 10th, the first team to double digits in this map. Really, even in this matchup overall, 10-7. If you're watching us from work, just want to say shout out to you for doing obviously what your boss probably isn't okay with,
working from home.
Well, working from home, or you know, just listening with one ear in type thing.
Harry's already doing that.
Yeah, I see that.
Half his headsets off. Weird one from Navi. They just saved right, but the 2 players they saved rifles on, Simple and Perfecto, didn't have armor and also had $400. Couldn't buy. No bonus because they survived the round. So they had to drop the guns over and completely commit to the force. That was all they had. No way they could eco this round. So it's a double down, and they've got to get around to make it worth its while. 10-7, double digs for North. What more can they do? MSL's push yard. They don't realize just yet. They'll go for the check. Electronic losing his face. MSL should get traded here. Perfecto climbs up and above, and he shoots Death down. And back into a 4-on-4, at least with the utility this time to try and cross towards Secret. Boomich will get there unscathed.
See, this decision to go for that save in the round prior from Navi has left all of this in a very, very weird spot. This is not usually how the economy is shaping up in rounds like this. This could be a way for North to really springboard themselves into the lead. Navi. They've got some control towards outside. There's a little peek out from Kirby in the credit card slot, and he's here to collect the debts of Simple. 3-on-3 as BaHvMh gets that late trade. Gade holding close. XM10. This is the perfect situation to have this gun in. Flavey. Oh boy, I don't love it. I don't love it for him. This is not going to bode well. Maybe if Gade takes the initiative, Gade goes in first now. He offers himself up. Blamey gets that kill. And now Hut is open. The A-bomb site is open. At the same time, you'll note on the minimap, number 2, Perfecto, has come out through the heavens and has wrapped. Now he's set up. They're going to plant this for heaven. And you've got no clue if you're North that Perfecto is here. This becomes what should be an unwinnable round for AZ. 1v3, and with the bomb planted where it is, this Molotov is the one thing that could maybe give him a chance to get these kills and make something happen.
That's a sick molly, by the way. Lines it up into heaven. Unfortunately, if he threw it on the site, he probably would have killed or at least forced Flamey out into the open, giving him a frag, considering how low his health was. So, you know, not to know it, and a very difficult clutch regardless. So Navi lock in an 8th on this T side. Starting to get back into the swing of things. North, oof, rough economy. May as well buy. Players on 14, so just put all your eggs into that basket. Don't drop the basket, though, because then the eggs will get slattered.
Yeah, and that would be a huge waste. How are you going to make cheese eggs if you're...
What is cheese eggs? You just melt cheese on top of fried eggs? Is that what it is? Is that scrambled eggs with cheese?
Scrambled eggs with cheese?
Scrambled eggs
yeah,
with
that's
cheese.
good. You know what's the best with scrambled eggs? You know what's the best?
Yeah, Trace, you took me to Waffle. You took my Waffle House.
They got the cheese eggs on lock. Now, the Waffle House we went to...
Hash browns, mate.
The exhaust really wasn't figured out, and we actually walked out there smelling like Waffle House, but it's not known for its cleanliness.
Trace, I loved the hash browns that you introduced us into in Atlanta.
It's pretty banging, ain't it?
Yeah.
But cheese eggs, that was the original discussion. Also, not dropping your eggs. So, as fragile as it may be, this is going to be a purchase up here for North. And again, the battle of secret continues. Electronic takes down MSL.
Yeah, he's been on the other side of that battle a fair few times. He knows what he's doing. He's got it under control. 4-4. Gade is waiting close by the door. Navi have sent players back in through T-spawn. They're actually going to leave the secret, go back towards the yard. Kirby's covering the cross. Now, he's letting them into mini. He's not letting them much further than that. And things could get heated here as Navi make the decision to go towards that top site. They do flash him off. They're aware of the possibility, but do they commit to the check? This is a hard angle to clear, and they'll go for it. Kirby getting one, peeking out wide, but not getting a second. Simple with the trade. Down a man are Navi. Perfecto is smoked off towards mini, so he's just going to bail back down towards secret and end this on that B site.
Yeah, Perfecto leading the charge, but Simple just behind. 15 seconds here. 2 players for North at this side of the map, and Simple's already been removed. Perfecto not ready for Cajun up on the railings. North 11-8. And one thing that's worrying me a bit is we're seeing this like very, very slow style of play from Navi. Something that, you know, would have been kind of... tied in with like Navi of old, really, like the kind of pace that we're playing at. And at first I was hoping that's because Navi had like a lot of ideas and that they were really trying to pace this out, really trying to make North sweat. It's kind of more starting to feel like perhaps some indecisiveness from Navi as to how they actually want to play these rounds out, right? A lot of these times they're just getting stuck in limbo and they're losing players as they try and get their game plan rolling, you know, like they're not even actually getting to play the rounds how they're envisioning by the looks of things.
It's the reactionary movements, right? I mean, they're getting bottled down in these choke points, and then that's it. It obviously goes south one time, and that's all she wrote.
North have been doing a really good job in their positions. So Kirby, you know, committing to this garage spot, getting a kill in this round through the smoke, keeping North in this. Cajun's had a great game as well. He's been a little bit quieter on the CT side since the pistol, but, you know, not really needed since that point. Kirby, second kill, gets Flamey off of the roof, and Navi now down lower, looking to make matters worse on B. Cajun, B is waiting. And Navi aren't really being quiet about their presence. 3 players, loud and proud, down on the door.
Cajun up on the rafters, and I mean, they call him Cajun B, that's why, because he's laid down the spikes on the B bomb site. 12-8 now. 4 rounds between Navi and North. And North might be about to go 1-0 up in this series if they can have their way. Cajun topping the charts. Just behind him is Kierby. And really, that's been the only talking point. But that's all they've needed.
Well, Navi need a hero. They need a savior. They need a T-side round, more importantly, as North get close to that finish line. Another buy round coming through. Still no AWP for Simple on this T-side. Electronic just fast playing towards red. He's got the smokes, similar to how Gade was doing in the first half, constantly going solo down towards his B bomb site. Electronic is being loud. He's not sneaking. So North know there's, one player down, probably no more. As the top side push comes in, Gade is ready for it, but the trade is imminent. Navi back into a 4-on-4. MSL has got the AWP on the site. This outside player Electronic did not go down secret. He's coming to split main, but it might be all in vain because MSL has found 2 with the AWP. Finally, the trade. Simple's got to do it all. Can he step up to the mark?
Well, he knows where one of these players are, and he's heard noise towards outside. A bit of a question mark is KaJNB over in lobby, and Simple should have no idea, but you never know the limits of what this man knows, right? You never know how far ahead he's planning. Ooh, there's the spray to Cajun, the puppet master, Simple, now down to the 1v2. AZ waiting beneath the vents. Now, he gave up his position here just a little moment ago. Simple, still considering this as a possibility. 40 seconds, so time is not the enemy of Simple here. He'll start to plug in these numbers. AZ makes noise on the vent. He hears the ladder, and that's got Simple's attention. Now he believes maybe there's a heaven plant on the cards. That could not be further from the truth. Kierby and AZ nearby. Shots go out, and Kierby catches the peak. A 13th round for North. They don't let Simple get away with his usual antics there in the clutch. And they'll pick up a 13th.
Kierby catches the best timing there coming through. He just slinks into the left corner as Simple goes to clear it. I also think Simple was trying to commit to that part. I think he thought he had it down and got off of it early, right? He hears the vent, it makes him jump, he gets off of it. And yeah, maybe he thought that was a heaven ladder, not a vent ladder, but regardless, assuming he even had that info, that's a rough spot to be in. A cancelled plant, and you don't want to go back for it again. You know that North could be so close. And Navi, so far, 8-13 down. Eco coming through, not even the bomb plant to give them the money, and they're just going to run the gauntlet onto this top site. MSL, he's not inside of the site, he's up above with the AWP, and he's been dinked down low. This is getting dangerous. AZ has to be the hero of this round. He's still here, and he's been found, but Flamey gets dropped. 6 HP the difference. Simple trading that immediately, and Navi have the best odds they've had in a while.
Yeah, 13-8, where they find themselves right now, which was obviously not a round they spent a lot of money going into. Got the bomb down, they've grabbed a couple rifles, and a real chance at grabbing the round overall. 3 versus 3, MSL very low, AWP in hand. Looks like he's gonna throw a pop flash here for KaJNB to peek out from heaven. It should be right underneath him. They're gonna expend what utility they have before they commit to it. Doesn't see him on the first pass, but Cajun eventually takes down MAhvMh. Simple with the trade, 2 versus 2, very low. It's gonna be Electronic to get 2, and that's gonna give a round to Navi, a round they very much needed. And more importantly, not one that cost them a whole lot in the beginning.
No, they had money saved. That was an eco by and large. Electronic didn't even have armor finding those 2 kills. So Navi will take it, I guess. A fast upper rush working in their favor. But typically, North have had numbers there. It's similar to the first half. North had a couple of rounds where they caught Navi without heavy numbers on that A site, and they managed to get a couple of cheese rounds off the back of it as well. So now we're going to see those triple A setups from North without a doubt, not wanting Navi to exploit that in back-to-back rounds.
Kierby gets spotted. It's only pistols here for North. They don't really have any stake in this round. Any damage they get away with, they'll be happy with. And so this should be the 10-13 for Navi. If you're Navi, the only requirement here, well, A is that you don't lose the round, and I guess B is that you keep it clean, right? You do not want to be losing anyone. Like, there's not even armor on the other side. Oh. Simple going to give his Krieg up, and to MSL as well. The extra cash is going to be appreciated. That's the AWPer of North, geared up. He can duck out, he can hold on to that, and he can send these 2 pistol players in to try and get away with a bit more damage onto this Navi as they get this bomb down.
Krieg save certainly wouldn't be bad from MSL. See if that's allowed. No one's towards the T-spawn right now. Navi just making sure that North aren't committing to this retake. No one hanging around lower. In the meantime, North make sure the outside is empty as well.
This bomb will explode. It'll be Navi that puts a double digit up finally. 13-10.
Ooh.
Cell's just going to save a Krieg towards T-spawn. So, all things considered, Navi's still in the fight, very much so. Especially with the amount of cash that they've stacked up for the rainy days.
And that's the thing. I mean, even if you look at something as simple as like kill distribution, right? Okay, Perfecto is sat bottom of the board for Navi, but the rest of the guys, it's all fairly close, right? Within that, those kind of four-man core of the squad right now. On the North side of things, we're really looking at KaJND and Kjaerbye to do the bulk of the heavy lifting. T side, you could rely on them to do that. You could rely on them to get the openers. You could rely on them to create the space. It's going to be harder for that to be a reoccurring thing here, CT side. And I think that's the challenge that they're going to have. MSL's been doing a good job of, at least I imagine it's him, preemptively moving these players around and making sure they're in the best spots to succeed. And I think that's how we just see them keep on climbing the scoreboard. It's just, you know, you've got to keep getting the reads. You've got to have these 2 stars in the right place at the right time. Either that or someone else has got to start stepping up here for North, because this can still get out of hand. I think, you know, North is still coming into this very much as the underdogs. It's fine for now, but will it be a problem in the future?
MSL's got this AWP down lower as well. We've typically just been seeing rifles play this position, so a bit of a change up for North. That means they have to concede some area in the yard. Kjaerbye has been playing a rifle there anyway. He's got the Krieg. Here we go. MSL, got to be quick. Electronic going to try and flash him off, and MSL forced back to take a more passive approach.
I thought for sure he was trying to fake a sound cue of some kind right there.
Just stuck.
It appears though you just missed the vet. That's all that happened there.
Didn't miss the shot.
Nope, didn't do that. He's going to keep that AWP posted up there in secret. Just going to block off the entire avenue of approach for Navi. Now let's see what they do. They're going to elect to use the skylights yet again. Top cut Molotov. It's actually going to work. He's going to take a considerable amount of damage. Roughly 39 HP for it. But still no ground gained. Now Navi focus their eyes towards ramp room. Flash coming in. KaJND is going to have to back off completely. Kjaerbye posted up in the corner, does find a frag, finds 2, looks for a 3rd, gets it with ease. And they just fed him in the ramp room. It's Flamey now, 1 versus 5. Can he do something here?
Well, no I in team, but there's an I in Flamey. There's also an aim in Flamey, I guess. He doesn't have it there. It's aim spelt wrong. It would be Amy, I guess.
There's also
Yeah.
Nice, guys.
And that was the round, I guess.
So you have a full 2, you know, like.
Yeah, that's actually part of our front 5 for the comedy, the stand-up lounge.
There it is. North very close to just taking this one away. 14-10. Again, if you just joining us, this is North's pick. Next, we do go to Dust 2, the pick of Navi.
Yeah, I mean, Navi need this round. This is the map, pretty much, just here. If they lose it, they get broke, and North get 15 on the CT side. That's got to be a done deal, right? So pressure really is on. Electronic jumping over the gap, making sure that no one from North sees him. No one watching it. Got this AWP downstairs. Not the best nade.
And here's the thing, with a gap in the smoke, and with Kjaerbye here, I mean, okay, so no one was actually watching outside for North, so they are just doing this off of sound cues and sound cues alone, despite the gap in the smoke there. Kjaerbye's heard 1 player at least, so they know that Electronic is down here towards Secret, and that's why MSL is not budged. He has just held this position, and he just keeps holding this position. KaJND now emerges from Hell, and he's going to call that he's not only dealt with Simple, but that he's spotted other players here. Kirby knew he was maybe next up on the chopping block, didn't expect it to go down in that fashion. Great flash from BaHvMh to allow for that kill to come in. And now we're back into this 4-on-4. This is where it's going to be a bit of a period of transition here for Navi, where once again, they try and figure out exactly where they can gain ground. And Perfecto just might be the kind of first step in the right direction here. He starts to get up towards heaven. He starts to get this foothold towards the A-bomb site. And so now, no matter what, if he gets this territory, he can do so much for this team, whether it's drawing rotations away, whether it's getting kills, but it doesn't go the way they planned. Wow. All this waiting now ultimately has been for nothing over on the Navi side. The kind of golden goose that they put all their hope in hasn't bared fruit. And Navi lose that round. North are going to go 15-10 up, and they're one away from taking Nuke.
And no bomb plant either, so there's the money gone from Navi, right? We talk about the economy game, well, they just simply don't have it, and they didn't have enough rounds in that first half to build a buffer. Nuke is not T-sided, and despite North getting 8 rounds in that first half, Navi are not going to be able to repeat the same fashion, at least not yet. You know, game's still going, game's still live, but first tactical pause from Navi in the entire map so far.
It is, and I forecast that we see some Deagles coming out from Navi, just kind of going for it all here. Not a whole lot of money on their side. Perhaps it could go with AK on a few players, but still, it's not going to be enough for armor as well, so... Nades in the low. And it's going to be the pistol game. That's what Navi is going to hinge it all on here at the end of the game.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see an attempt at a top site rush from Navi. That's been pretty successful in the past. The only issue is North, they know it's coming, right? They got Molotovs. They just hit attack pause. They're ready for the buy from Navi. There are going to be hot mollies. If Navi can extinguish them, maybe they can rush.
The thing that makes me think even more that they know that something fast is going to be coming in is Gade's purchase choice in this round. He has gone for the big chug. Okay, the alligator. He's up here on the roof. Let's see why we call it that chug. Oh, well, only one today, but that's fine. It does its job. First man down. The rest of North are here to pick up the pieces, and there are pieces of Navi everywhere. Just Simple left standing. 1 versus 3, but if any man can make you believe it's Simple, that said, 2 points of health. Oof. And it all to do, he's retrieved an AK, he's got the bomb, and he's got a bit of foothold here towards ramp, maybe even a bomb plant at B. MSL on the rotation here at the double doors, they're open, and Simple's got the read. The Molotov is going to tag up the AWP IGL legend of North, Simple. The thing that worries me here is what if he gets his hands on that AWP? What if he finds a way? Kirby's wrapped around to the ramp, but Simple seems to be 1 step ahead. Hit him behind the silo.
Look at this. This is pretty cool right here. He's going to wait it out. He's got plenty of time. He's going to hide behind the silo. They do know he's made a presence down there. Too low of HP to get anything done, and KRB is going to end that map 16-10. North do exactly what they needed to do to get a right step in this series. So we're going to be going over And this has worked for them before. You could see why they would want to go for it again.
I love that camera shot as well. Ever since they added the ability to change the FOVs, I know that all the observers have loved it. And we just saw it there. You get a nice sort of view of the entirety of this A site, including long. Now, we've seen nice camera shots. Now we just need nice shots, and they don't come in at all. Electronic actually just bows out from Catwalk. Probably the safe decision. They try and bait the peek in, but MSL is one step ahead. I've seen a few simple clips from up on that boost now. I do not think teams are going to be falling for it anymore. Kirby and Gade have made quick work of these incumbent A-site players. And so now it's only Perfecto and Flamey remaining. This isn't going to be a Navi round. This is going to be a Navi save. This should be the 4-0 lead for North. One thing I think that it would really suck to have happen is if Navi go from looking like they're in the best form ever to coming into Pro League, and if they maybe don't recover from this, and you know, like, is that going to cause any problems? I mean, obviously it's only day one. We've got places to go, but I think Navi, depending on the outcome of this series, are going to be a really interesting story to keep an eye on throughout the Pro League for that exact reason.
Throughout the duration of this entire year, I mean, they're definitely a team that's been touted as one to look out for. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. You will have to go back to the drawing board, you know, if you take an L here to North. But we'll let them figure that out in due time. Purchasing power at a low here for Navi. Pistols yet again in what is a 0-4 start on Dust 2. First map having gone in North, that was Nuke, and now we are on Dust 2, potentially overpass after that.
I mean, you say potentially, yeah. Navi got to get some rounds first here,
Exactly,
Trace.
like, just the potential's there, but starting to dwindle, isn't it?
We're early days. Let's not, you know, count our chickens before they hatch.
Back to the eggs, I see.
Or count our eggs before they crack. Either or.
There we go.
Or both. Or neither.
Yeah, basically, man.
Options are there, Trace. You do what you want. The world is your oyster. Or your shellfish. Oh, look at this flank. Perfect time. BaHvMh misses a shot, though. Kirby has swiveled on the spot, and he will stay alive. Holding on to this position. BaHvMh just got to bail. There's no way he can commit to another re-aggression. Surely Kirby is going to be here all round long after that push. A-site taken by North. They got that one-way smoke to enable fights to the site on the headshot angle. There's no one here, though, for Navi. They've once again given up the site. They've double pushed long as Kirby has conceded this position. And Kirby might just find Perfecto pushing in through the B tunnels. That is going to be a kill that would salt you right up if you're Perfecto. Why is he there?
What just happened?
I mean, that's, you know, you kind of understand it, because if you're Kirby, you're anticipating the saves already come in. Now, he's in a very awkward spot. Surely there is no survivors for Kirby, and indeed there is not. He is snuffed out. That will be the round for the North side.
Yeah, gun saved is something here for Navi, but by and large, not going to really matter when you're 5-0 down. You're thinking about winning. You're not thinking about saving. But yeah, I mean, I like that play from Kirby. Really rage-inducing, but you know, if you wanted to get in Navi's head any more than you already are, that's a great way to do it. Perfecto, who already had troubles on that first map, he really didn't show up individually, and yeah, that can't afford to keep happening here in the second, with North now 5-0 up. Another buy for Navi. Double AWP as well, most importantly. Flamey going to be joining Simple to lay down the pain with the big old green.
The pain train.
Bang.
So far, it's MSL that's whipping the op around on this map. Perhaps we'll get a show from Simple as well.
Ooh.
I've been waiting for this Navi side to wake up. This is the round where you're hoping for it. This is the round where they could deliver, and already they are. Nade from BaHvMh,
Whoa.
Shot from Simple, and in a matter of seconds, this has gone from a 5-on-5 to a 3-on-5. North having to try and claw their way back in to this round. Whatever plan they have has been derailed. Gade, ooh, he gets that trade there. Simple now into the firing line. Looking like he wanted to hang around over here in CT, and he's going to with just the D. Kirby's holding long. Oh no, Navi, you cannot throw this away. This was a 5-on-3, and 1 by 1, they fed North these kills to give them an avenue back in. Now the Gade one, forgivable. The push down towards Kirby at long, you understand why BaHvMh is attempting it. He wants to get the information. He wants to make sure that avenue is clear. while they're holding down the short side, but sadly, that could be their undoing. Thankfully, Simple's in. Maybe going to be the savior. Cajun and Gade, 2 versus 3 now, and that bomb half ticked.
Got to move now or never. No kit to play with. Cajun's got a kill, but he's been forced back to Goose. Next contact on Gade. Got to get this kill, but not even really at a rush for it. Navi are running out of time, and Simple's not even going to consider this round. He is running for the hills, tail between his legs, swapping AWPs on the way. It's a 6th round for North, and they are just not letting up. Foot firmly on the gas.
So Simple's able to peel off, get the kill on the KRB, who was coming out of long, right? Makes sense. They get all the way up catwalk, and the trade doesn't happen when the player from Navi is trying to jump off into spawn. That trade not happening just ruined that whole thing. That was never going to go any further than it did. And obviously, North are finding their comfort zone right about now. Tactical timeout. You can wonder and speculate what they're talking about. What would you be talking about? Tell us. Hashtag ESL Pro League. What would you say in your team talk at this point, at this juncture, when you're Navi down 0-6?
I'd be saying, I'll be speaking it simple, straight up, and I'll be saying,
listen, bro.
If there ever was a time, okay, it's now. We do not want this to happen. You don't want to go from the high highs of Katowice, you know, going on a 6-series win streak flawlessly through the finals, looking so damn good. And then you come to Pro League and bomb on day 1.
Well, Astralis did it. Why can't Navi?
Yeah, I mean, I hear it's all the rage right now with the best teams in the world.
Everybody's doing it, man. Well, here comes Electronic, storming Norman up catwalk. He might get the drop on him. He's making a lot of noise. But I don't think that they're aware. He's getting a lot of info, too.
Ooh, I like that from Simple.
Yeah,
a little bait, a smoke on the molly, no one's there. And he's going to take down MSL. North still don't know if there's anyone on car, right? There's no reason to assume that was a fake.
But look at the pincer here from Electronic. He's got him cut off. They don't know he's there. He's going to get all the news in the world.
What a gremlin.
And they have just turned around. 3 members alive in North. They're going to start to head back along. They've got really nowhere else to go. Electronic is answering the door behind them.
Knock, knock.
There you have it. Easy does it. Simple, the only one to fall in this round. Him having done enough after 2 frags. First round on the board for Navi, and boy, did they need it.
Yeah, Simple even gets given the AWP back.
Electronic is there in the DMs. It's your driver. I'm outside, and he arrives around the back line, shuts it all down. You go, we've been there, right? Trapped on the other side of the gate while our driver's there.
Yeah, yeah. Gone for quite a walk, you know, flanking all the way through long.
All the way around. The longest flank you could possibly take, actually.
But as long as you get to your destination at the end, Trace, I think that's what matters. It's about the adventure. It's about the story.
You're right.
And Electronic, he has traversed around this map to find a round for Navi. Will it be their last?
You've all picked up on the tension in the room. That's it's definitely here.
Yeah, sometimes you got to read the room, Hugo.
Yeah, read the room.
All right.
Yeah.
Now Nade's going out in towards mid to try and thwart this push. Gade tagged up by that Molotov. Bit of noise made to give up this this mid to cap play from North. I think every team has tried to address their Dust 2 CT side in a bit of a different way lately with the, you know, like real tendency to see these cat to B plays along with like a long split being the norm for this A bomb site. But as we saw from like Fours earlier on, right, and Complexity with this double long setup, Navi just don't subscribe to that. They're instead going for this double play. Ooh, boost over the top. Nutmeg from Simple.
Yeah, that was about to get real wild. MSL's really trying to take these fights Simple, though. And I think that speaks volumes. You can't just sit back and let Simple get started and dictate where he wants to fight, because don't know too many teams that that's ended well for. Flamey flashes over B. They have decided to split B right here. The bomb's going to be working its way in the doors right now.
Ooh. How is he alive? He was getting spammed down. Electronic lives to fight another day, and Flamey fights right now. He waits for no one on the site. 2 kills before AZ trades, and that will allow Bompar Bakir be stuck in no man's land, and no men in that land anymore, as Electronic takes him down off of the box. AZ, nice off angle, but this is a 1-on-3, and Navi are playing so patient. They have a flash to get through these doors. Swapping the AWP out to Electronic, who's tagged up. Let Simple come in first.
Yeah, 3 kits here. A lot of room to run. He's going to peek the windows, able to take out Simple, but that just immediately dooms him, takes his chances away. Electronic's going to get the op kill. We're going to see a defuse in a second round here for Navi.
That's such a rough spot for AZ because you know in a 1-on-3 you really need to force a fight. You really need to get a 2-on-1 before Navi come in, because if they all just push door and window at the same time, you're losing that round. But unfortunately, Navi know that the pressure AZ has on his shoulders and they can just hold passive from CT, play those mind games. North coming in with their first tactical pause of the map. Navi finding 2 in a row. North don't want that to spiral out of control.
And even this little detail as to how Navi positioned for that retake, I think it shows what BoomH brings, because that's like a nice way to handle a 3-on-1 that can still get out of hand, right? You know that AZ in that situation is panicking about the tunnels, about the window, about the door. He's got to watch all these positions. And so the odds are he's going to try and take a bit of a foothold in one. They left Electronic just holding the window from CT, as if to say, well, we're all coming from mid. If he tries to peek this side of the map, then you get the trade. And that's exactly what transpires. So that's brilliant. That whole setup was pretty foolproof. In terms of, you know, not giving AZ any room to win that round. Really, the only way that he maybe stood a chance is if he went for the tunnels push. But AZ has no information, and so Navi used that to their advantage.
Close from MSL, not quite hitting that cross shot. Would have been huge considering there's only one man on that B site in this round. North setting up towards long, but a deep smoke thrown in by Navi will deny that presence for the time being. Double catwalk play as well. Similar situation with a deep smoke from Navi, really trying to delay North on these early pushes. That molly is wasted. $600 burnt to a crisp, or extinguished rather, in the smoke. North are going to come through late with the flashbangs and try and catch this setup off guard. Simple and BoomH, 1-2 punch.
BoomH down in the pit. Oh. Flash is good though. He's not able to get anything. Simple. A couple of missed shots, and this is a horrid spot to be in. Oh, you either try and get away or you commit to the fight. And with a man so deep up through short and no one realizing this is falling apart for Navi.
Electronic was holding the site walk up, hoping that he would let players get deep in towards the site near Goose before he take those frags. And, well, if anything, that essentially baited Simple into the player up on Catwalk who was watching the cross. MSL dodges a bullet from Simple by jumping into the long peak. The confidence is there, clearly. And, boy, are the results as well. 7 rounds on the T side from North.
I think something that North have been good at doing is they very much plan for the worst case scenario, right? Like they've got these fail safes in place so that if everything goes wrong, they're still left with options. Whereas Navi, and not that there's anything wrong with this usually, it feels like they're kind of playing assuming everything is going to go right. Like with that double setup over towards long, as you say, Electronic was only holding the walk up because in their eyes, they should be winning that long fight and then Electronic can pounce on the short players. When that doesn't work though, and when you're not landing your shots, when the strats aren't working how you're envisioning them, it really does look a bit messy, like this here. Yeah, this is a perfect case study of that. So from Navi, I don't know, I don't want to say, you know, you maybe have to start playing a bit safer just because the shots aren't landing, but that might be the solution right now.
Yeah.
It just might be, especially if North consistently are stacking up rounds here.
Oh, there it is.
Dear.
It was so close last round. I was waiting for it to happen. And again, that's a solo B player. No one's going to capitalize, funnily enough, here from North. But Navi are quick in rotation.
Yeah, here comes the stack on short. They're going to be looking down into lower, trying to get a pick there, just sort of even up the score. But North aren't really putting themselves out there. They're not going to be giving up any lower picks anytime soon. In fact, the only players they have towards B are in the upper side of the tunnels. So the boost falls off. And now North will assume the positions here in middle.
What is the position, Trace?
The position is to hold and win the war. That's the position. And for the time being...
Oh, look at this from Electronic. Smoke Warrior. He's in it. He's breathing in the fumes. And is that going to spur him on? He's all gassed up, and he will take down the first man. He's feeling great. Feeling fire as it's burning down towards his feet. He gets himself away. Simple's helped out over at long. That's even the collateral onto AZ. Both of these players for North were over at long side, but they've had to dismantle this, and now they're relying on the aim and aim alone of these two remaining players, AZ and MSL. They'll split up. They're not playing this together. trying to pressure this A bomb site. It's been such a vulnerability for Navi thus far. And so they're looking to exploit these same holes that they have time and time again. MSL dealing with Electronic. Once more, this defense has fallen apart at the A bomb site. And this was a 2 versus 4, now turned 2-on-2. A chance to get this bomb down. AZ's retrieved an AWP and fallen back to long. The bomb is planted. Missed shot from BaHvMh. Ooh, does manage to get it. And it's AZ on 16 points of health and a dream all the way back on the platform. He's got to try and snatch this one away from Navi.
They don't exactly know where he is. Bomb is planted for him. Flamey with AWP. BaHvMh with the Krieg. Flamey's going to set up shop. He's going to try to hold this tight angle. Look for it, and he does hit the shot too. AZ had it in his hands. They're looking for the bomb.
Phew.
I guess they found it. That could have got real weird.
Just about. Yeah, nice try from AZ. Predicts the wrong angle, looks up instead of down, but the cover coming from below. And Navi finding a third. But boy, they're really having to work for these rounds. And remember how it started as well. MSL finding Perfecto on the cross. Only drew players away from A. That was North's final destination. Considering that was a 2-on-4, MSL and AZ do a great job of making it look winnable. Not quite, though. Double AWP still remains for Navi. MSL not going to hit the timing shot this time. Navi delay their cross after the smoke plumes. Makes them late to B, but lots of utility thrown in by Perfecto to deny a rush. North have been uninterested in this B site. Simple is hanging around for a while in that molly, and he is going to have to give it up. The nade finding nothing, and the A site being his home for the time being. BaHvMh just deep smoked, and they're coming through it. He's finding two bomb flying to his feet, and Navi have everything at their doorstep.
Yeah, bow down before the BaHvMh. Over at long, that bomb is under his control. And even though he's like conceded the long doors because he does not want to be fighting in there, he's now in a position where he can back away. But it comes with the added benefit of still being able to keep an eye on this bomb. Electronics even come in to join the party. They know they can't afford to give up the map, right? There's still a minute left. You cannot give North that much free reign, but they've got a lot of presence here by the bomb, and that's exactly what they need. That fight getting one there onto Perfecto has now given North a couple of options, and that's why we've seen Navi have to pressure this elsewhere. They go aggressive, they take long doors. AZ's trying to turn it around, but he meets Simple, and he meets his fate. Gade alone, AWP retrieved, and a 1v2. Is this just going to be the save? It feels like it is.
Yeah, 3 HP, there's not a whole lot that he can do there. Poor Perfecto hanging out in the B site. Hey, man, don't rotate. We need you to hold that side of the site down. Just get absolutely whomped. So, looks like another one on the board here for Navi, 7-4. The timer is going to run its course. Navi just going to hold on to the bomb. There will be no further developments in this round, at least.
I mean, that's kind of that, right? Like, it's just a save over towards B. But you look at kind of the effect this actually has for North, and while they hold on to the AWP, which might seem great, it's going to leave them in like this awkward spot where they kind of have to force, and they have. They've gone for the pistols, a bit of utility behind it. You're really hoping that this AWP on MSL could do something. If MSL gets the mid pick again, which he's been good at, then you can definitely get away with some mischief in this round over on the North side. Ooh, come on, MSL. You are a jammy man.
Jammy. We'll have to talk about that one later. I'm not real sure what it means. Just need some clarification.
Cheeky.
Oh,
lucky.
That's all you should have said.
Yeah, jammy. It's like, you're always good in a pinch because you always just seem to find the...
Like Leo DiCaprio and Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, there you go. He'd be described as jammy because he dodges the police a lot.
Dodges everybody.
Yeah,
really
literally everyone.
Jammy dodges, great.
Exactly, that's
great combination.
Well, here's a combination that we need to see. Electronic and a lineup of kills right here in the middle.
Oh, he doesn't
The timing is just unfortunate. He pulls out his knife, and he's going to try to walk it off. AZ's got other plans with that deagle. Meanwhile, 4 members here of North push towards middle, leaving just KaJND in the lower tunnels.
Great call from North. They realized that Electronic was walking back to A, and the reason being is because Navi are running a double B setup anyway, with the exception of Electronic. So North have read into this well, knowing there are likely 2 players on B and therefore 2 on A. It's definitely going to be the better side to hit of the 2. The Simple is here, and he's got the AWP.
I mean, even then, he's had to give this up and wait for the retake, which, you know, right decision. But you look at this round and you look at what was invested into it. Sure, they've gone for the force, but it is just pistols around this AWP. This is already a great round, and it's going from bad to worse now for Navi. This could be a force buy with this one AWP carried forward, a round that North should have never picked up going their way in a pretty one-sided fashion. And, you know, even as you deal with Kjaerbye, Navi have already made the decision to save. They've backed out. They're nowhere near this bomb site. It's going to be an 8th round for North with just these pistols and the AWP. And they get out of the round. Okay, yeah, they don't get all these other rifles that were dropped, but they get out of it with 2 AWPs and 4 players surviving. I mean, this is great for the Danes.
I think we're going to see that mid-cross shot as well with the double AWP coming through. That's a B spawn. North have not had a B spawn like this all game long. The issue is that, Harry, they have 2 AWPs. Do they want to abuse a B spawn with a double AWP? That would be a call and a half. But hey, you know, I wouldn't even say it's a bad idea considering the fact that they have conditioned Navi towards A on almost all of these rounds. Tactical timeout just to work out what they want to do with this round.
They've got him on the ropes so far. North looking hot to trot here. On Dust 2, they looked good on Nuke. You're right, Hugo. That third map is starting to look more and more distant. Do love the setup. I also want to, you know, just say that I also admire the fact that they're playing in their jerseys.
Yeah, no, I like that. You don't have to.
Straight respect that, you know?
Yeah. Well, here's something I'm liking as well. There was a lot of chatter then between Gade and MSL. So I think, you know, still kind of drawing off of one another, still looking to each other for a bit of inspiration.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think it takes a lot for such an experienced IGL to come in and still kind of, you know, give the respect away of the guy who was holding down the fort in the meantime, right, with Gade, who obviously has become very familiar with this team and how they operate. So what's the solution? What did they do? That's a nice boost. Simple never even saw that.
Yeah.
He was posted up, didn't even see the AWP down in lower tunnel. So he's left scratching his head. And the AWP doesn't even get retrieved from Catwalk. They just give that up.
Well, I mean, North have enough. It's not like they're taking a third.
Obviously, I meant Electronic didn't get it, man. He's going to go back in maybe for it. Yeah, they...
Not known for his AWPing anyway. I'm sure he's fine with the rifle, really, at this point. North have been doing such a good job of trading. Picking up the AWP can make things difficult for finding multiple kills. BoomItch will take it instead. More prolific with this weapon, I'd say, than Electronic. North with 4 out long, still Cajun lurking in tunnels, and BoomItch, he has got to hit some whoppers, some bangers, if he wants to win this round for Navi.
He certainly does. He's got one of those angles, and he's also got one of those shots. MSL's gets his head taken off.
Oh, no.
Oh, look at him go. A BoomItch AWP moment. This was the AWP from Simple's hands, and he's imbued it with all the power he can and put it in the hands of BoomItch. Now, Cajun's coming on this round, but it's been heard, it's been telegraphed, and there's flamie to get it. It's only AZ left standing as BoomItch gets himself a third. AZ now alone. Drops the smoke at A and gets this bomb down. BoomItch is just going to wait for flamie to join him. They want to try and approach this together. AZ, oh, he got seen there. Still playing around this smoke, trying to obscure the vision of Navi, separating these fights into 2 one-on-ones, ducking down, and oh, it's getting close. AZ's surrounded, they still haven't killed him. Finally, he goes down. There was definitely a world in which he can make something happen in amongst that chaos, but no, Navi, they weather the storm, and they'll get themselves that 5th round on the board. BoomItch still around with the AWP.
Gonna pat BoomItch on the back right there. Big with the AWP for him to pick it up and then reassume having to defend that long A area. Really good stuff from him. And ultimately, I'd like to attribute that round basically to his play right there.
If AZ had a little bit more patience on that shot down towards flamie and CT, he could have won that round. He just immediately
could lock this in right now. 3rd kill for flamie. Bombs getting planted, but North sat a man down. They deal with BoomItch. They follow up onto flamie, and now KaJND with the double. Take a bow as he locks in that 9th round for North.
The worst part about that is Simple had a collateral lined up. There were 2 players in tunnels. They were dead. He was just about to fire, and Kjaerbye takes him down with a Galil. If that kill doesn't come through, Simple's killed 2 players before North are even out into the site.
And, you know, we talk about bomb diffusers going that close, right? That one was also down to the wire. He pulls that whole round starts to spin back around for Navi. Either way, last round of the half, 9-5 at North, looking strong. hot to trot. So we'll flip the page towards the second half. At the conclusion of this round, KRB's gonna get himself on the blue bin. Also get flashed down to Oblivion, 26 HP, and they're gonna push him too. Oof, not without some punishment coming through. Simple is gonna be there for the trade. It's a very scrappy round. It's Navi that want to play close on long A this round. Granted, that is what they needed. That's what they wanted right there.
That might just save the day here for Navi, at least in the short term. Bombs dropped, Cajun, he's committed. He's out the smoke and he's waiting by the doors. Where is Simple, he's wondering.
This is quite the game of Counter-Strike to be feasting your eyes upon. We'll hope you'll do that with us when we come back from this break. The second half of Dust 2 is coming up.
Now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shines so hot they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back.
It's easy, it's hard to preach, cause I've been burning trees and watch them fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure, fishing a little wildlife. And when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I'll check it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast, cause I was running roads so many.
Tonight, turn it up with 11 flavors so intense your dinner won't know what hit it. And neither will you. When the dinner craving hits, Wingstop delivers. Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
I'm so sorry.
When smartphones are expensive, the family has to share one. Step up with Boost Mobile and get 4 phones for free. Switch to Boost Mobile and get 4 lines for $25 per line with unlimited data and 4 free Samsung Galaxy A20 phones, all on our super fast network.
Nice, wow. Just out of curiosity, what did that carriage set you back?
Oh, like 19 large.
Ah, I overpaid. I'm an idiot.
Hey, happens to everybody. I bet he overpaid.
Me? I didn't overpay. I used Auto Trader. It's the only one with Kelly Blue Book.
He overpaid.
No, it literally says great price.
Okay, we get it. You got a great price.
Did you get a good price?
No!
Okay, I'm sorry. Want to go get some croissants?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
From Dust 2, that is exactly what North needed.
That is certainly what they needed. A little bit of water, too, because they have to be feeling a little exhausted after running up the scoreboard there on the first half. It is going to be a 10-5 CT side as we jump into it here with North versus Navi on the second map. Now, Navi's odds for GG.bet are starting to shift in a more appropriate way, I say, Hugo.
Yeah, I mean, if you bet on North at the start of the match, you're certainly going to be feeling happy now. Those have quite literally flipped as North look to bring the fight to Navi. Easy is slaughtering them. 4 kills, fully blind with the USP. He can't get the ace, but who even cares at that point? It's a done deal.
Damn, that was something else. AZ-esque, I might say.
AZ is so talented with pistols. He's always one of these players who manages to churn out the most ridiculous clips. I mean, I think one of the best pistol aces we've ever seen was an AZ ace on Mirage back in DreamHack Montreal, I'm pretty sure.
Even right there, that kill on the Flamey, that doesn't look real. That's not, you can't, that's fake news.
I thought he got three. Three is enough. And then he gets a fourth. It's like, well, you can't even see.
And the fourth is like a fadeaway, basically. So he's already on his way out. So good stuff there from AZ to hold down the fort on B. That's not going to help the side of Navi as the scales start to tip heavily towards North, picking up this series 11-5. And, well, Perfecto's got something to say about that at the very least. KaJND as well. 4 versus 4. These Deagles are coming into play for Navi.
Yeah, Navi, man, you got to be wondering where their mental state is at right now. This is almost over, this series. I mean, and that pistol, Navi don't even really get a chance to come back into the second half. They can hit their rifles soon, sure, but that has just severed them out of the first few rounds of the second half when they're already down 10-5 in the second map. It's just rough, Trace. It's just rough.
It does burn a little bit if you are a Navi fan. If you're watching this and you're like, well, what the hell's going on here? We don't have an explanation for that. Would love to know what their explanation is, but you know, I can imagine some frustrations are running a little high right now. Nothing seems to have gone their way, and that is when it really comes down to the culture of the team, the mentality of the team. How do you reverse it and get back on path?
I mean, the other thing is, right, is it's weird because Electronic and Simple are usually like the two pieces of the puzzle that you need to have in place for Navi to be winning. And they've been topping the charts. They've both had great moments between the two of them. I think really this is like a pat on the back for North, who is showing that they've come into this season of Pro League having put in the hours and done the work. I know Navi are looking a bit slow to the start. I think maybe a similar situation to Astralis where they kind of have to warm into this.
I have a point to make to follow up on that, but it'll come after this round. We'll see what North can do. Actually, I mean, no, this is an appropriate time as ever. I think one of the big worries is, especially for Navi, when you come off the back of a performance like they just had at Katowice, and you absolutely rock the boat, and you show what you can do, North, they know they're playing Navi. What do? They watch all those demos back, and they work out exactly what worked for Navi. This is something we mentioned in the first half, Harry. Navi's setups were dangerous, but if they're hitting the shots, the danger is averted. And unfortunately, they weren't hitting their shots, and so North know exactly what's going on. I feel like, you know, North come into this game fully prepped for what Navi are doing, but Navi can't do the same for North because there's just not the demos, there's not the VODs. This team hasn't played with NSL for too long now. So, yeah, I mean, certain inherent advantage coming from the preparation aspect of things, but yeah, I mean, you know, that pistol round we just saw, that's really the cherry on top. That's the
creme de la creme.
Yeah.
Crimes de la Crimes.
It's creamy, all right, Trace.
Not a Momo in sight, though. And for the time being, not a whole lot in the sights other than Simple and Perfecto finding something, making it a 2v3, keeping it interesting. There you have it, KaJND with the response. Can't seem to get that last frag onto Simple, who is very, very hurt. 32 HP. AZ versus Simple.
Oh. You would have bet your house on it, Trace.
Yeah, probably. If I say so.
Not a good idea. 13-5, 3 rounds away from North closing out this series in a 2-0 fashion. We had Astralis yesterday in the opener for Group A get knocked down by NIP. Another 2-0, another storming stomp. And this one is no exception. The best teams in the world are valuable when it comes to online matches. But no discredit to North. They have truly worked hard to get here, and they've shown us some great Counter-Strike along the way.
That they have. And for the time being, North look like they're full control right here.
Lazy position to get a couple of kills here, but actually not able to do so. Thankfully, that nade from Kirby keeps things even and deals with the low HP player. Almost the tag there from MSL, but not quite. That's a weapon picked up for Electronic to try and use. This is like and investment from Navi. They've put a bit of stock into this round, so they would love some results. Kjaerbye holding close here. They had the nade come in from short, so they might expect there's a close player, but oh, the smoke starts to fade, and they line up for Kjaerbye and KaJND. It's that same duo, but they've been cut down by Electronic, who is quick to get revenge for the rest of the Navi squad. 1v2, and his running shoes on. He'll get into the A-bomb site with plenty of time to spare, throws an impromptu smoke to get himself across towards long, and that's where the bomb is planted for. It doesn't look to make the trip. That smoke is down, obscuring his vision for now. The player at long is MSL with the AWP though, so when this smoke fades, Electronic is on the chopping block, and MSL sees him. That's going to be the defuse in a 14th round for North.
Yeah, I mean, that was such an important one to close to North. That would have been a massive mistake if they threw that round away. You could see Cajun thought that it was already over. They got the kills. They started to run back. Cajun tries to retreat, thinking that was everyone dead from middle. He gets shot in the back. If that was a 1-on-4 thrown away by North, that would have been a real shame. But at this point, even if it happened, Trace, I mean, the scoreline, it's not close. It's not fair.
Yeah,
it's case in point.
It's not really indicative to a comeback here from Navi, not at the rate that we're seeing them play. And the pacing that they're giving themselves here is just really flat. 14-5. North looking to walk away from this one unscathed.
AZ's even taken the second AWP as well. I mean, Harry, you talked about this game maybe being the head-to-head of AWPers. We've not seen that. MSL has 7 kills rather. He's not really doing much in the fragging department, but it doesn't matter. AZ's on 22. Top of the server by a margin. Cajun in close pursuit.
Pistol 4Ks definitely helped that. MSL takes the shot off catwalk, falls off bricks into spawn. He's going to catch a little bit of grenade damage there, only 6. So once again, not a whole lot coming out of an HE.
The real truth is, in this round, this is do or die for Navi, right? They've put this investment in, they've gone for it, they've got everything they could need, and this is the only time that they're going to have that if they don't pick this round up. And then, they've got to go 10 rounds on the back of nothing. They've got to start building from nowhere. So if you have any faith in Navi, if you're a Navi stan, this is the round that you need them to be picking up, or else the odds are it's over.
Yeah, full send here, full investment. MSL's gonna post himself up, gets wind that they're gonna jump off into spawn, catches BoomH doing that.
Ooh, that molly.
And gets burnt alive, burnt to a crisp by Perfecto.
There is so much fire over on ramp. You don't believe MSL there, man. He didn't even know where the Molotovs were. There were 2 of them thrown in, and they just take up this huge area. Now, in response to all of this, they'll aggress it long. This is a really nice read from North. They anticipate this man coming in late on the lurk. They, however, don't anticipate Electronic just barreling down through long to take that gunfight. And so that there might be the save for North, right?
It certainly is the save call. That's all she wrote. Navi going to stay alive with a 6th round. And perhaps it jumpstarts them running back in the other direction, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, a problem for this North squad historically was kind of closing out these games where it feels like they're on the finish line, right? And we start to say, oh my goodness, is this really it? Like, North are actually going to do it. And then, from scorelines like this, we've seen things fall apart. Do I think that's going to happen today? I'm not ready to make that decision yet. I think this should still be a North game. Something would have to go very, very wrong for North or very, very right for Navi. And, well, right now, I don't have much confidence in either one of those statements coming true.
A sad reality, Harry. But, yeah, can't really argue with that. AZ on the AWP over MSL here. He's going to go for a bit of a boost.
Oh, boy.
Dear, can Simple see this? Surely not. AZ's going to get the kill as BoomH runs right down middle. He sees a smoke. He thinks he's safe. He is not safe. Fast B play. Perfecto at a key entry, taking down Gade off the top of the box. AZ can't stop them with a smoke in the door. And North have to consider, do they even want to go for this retake? No kit in the round.
Yeah, MSL only wielding a deagle. Perhaps he can find himself a weapon and get the hell out of Dodge. Smells like a 7th round for Navi, and I don't think that here it can be contested.
No, I mean, North realized that straight away, right? They go into that round with nothing more than an AWP and an M4 and some 4-sport pistols around it. What you were really hoping for there, if you're North, is that Navi take a very, very slow, drawn-out round, and that you're allowed to whittle this player count down. Simple. This is a few missed shots there, bailed out by Electronic.
Straight bailed
Brothers in arms they've had. Like, they're helping each other out at the very, very least.
That's about where this match has gotten to, though, I think.
That was rough. Does get to keep the op, though, so crisis averted. They're going to hold on to those 4 guns on that side. AWP there on AZ. They'll be taking that into the next round. And BaHvMh running down Suicide there, running down that quick cat.
I wonder why they call it that.
Well, basically, when you run down there, that's what happens. Yeah. Imagine that.
Can you believe it? Well, another pause from Navi. Truly making the most of this series, and I admire them for that, right? Don't give up. It's 7-14. The comeback is still on the cards, as unlikely as it may seem at the moment. Sign of a world-class team if you are never really giving up until the game is done and you're off the server.
Sign of a competitor, you know?
Yeah, and that's something that Navi want to be in 2020.
It's not GG until the whistle blows. And, well, there's no whistles in Counter-Strike, so...
I can blow you a wolf whistle, Trace.
Interesting. Well...
Just think about it. Get back to me.
Nah, I'm cool.
There's a lot of things I can't do, and whistling is one of them. Up there with reading or riding a bike.
Oh, I can whistle pretty well.
Riding a bike.
Riding a bike, yeah. Can't read or write a bike. Here's AZ with the kill down through mid. It's simple. Bested by AZ. Man, if you were watching this in a vacuum and you didn't really know much about the exploits of Navi, you'd be watching thinking, AZ, man, he's like the best AWPer in the world. And that's such a weird situation to be in. Now, Perfecto in this round at least deals with Kirby. So mitigates a bit of this danger that was maybe represented in this round. MSL's looking for that gun, but he's not going to be... Yeah, he's able to get it. No one's here keeping an eye on it. And now there's a wrap round coming in from Gade all the way through this B-bomb site. Now, what does this mean for North? Well, what this means is they now know where all of Navi are. They've cleared B, they've cleared mid. There is one place left that all 4 of these Navi boys can be, and it's long.
It certainly is that, all 4 of them. Just holding on. What we're looking at here is if they don't pull off this round successfully, they're going to have money going to the next, but it is back against the wall. Maybe if Cajun peeks that, he could have lined up a few with his deagle. Instead, he's going to go ahead and stand back just a little bit, wait for the cross, pop a Molotov over there towards the A ramp. And that's going to buy just a little bit more time. It kind of freezes Navi into place.
MSL has rotated all the way in. He was the guy to push top mid with Kirby. He is now hugging this box with the M4. And so that there can be a bit of an unknown entity for Navi. There he is emerging. BaHvMh is cut down. The penny's kind of dropping for Navi. Like, okay, there's a lot of people here, but we've got 20 seconds left on the clock. We've got to commit. That bomb is here. All of Navi are here. There's no time to change your mind. And Gade and AZ, they'll lock in that round. 3 kills between the 2 of them and a 15th match and series point for North. They might be about to open up their debut here at Pro League with a decisive victory over Navi, the team currently ranked as best in the world.
I mean, these groups have been very skew with Harry. We've had upsets across both days now, but this is really something. Astralis dropping 0-1 yesterday to the likes of NIP. North knocking Navi down to a similar spot. Perfecto, he's going to fast long play. Flashes good, they line up, it's 3! All of the frags, and none of the effort. Easy peasy.
Perfecto. That's what we say about that one. Gade and AZ, the last 2 players left. Navi, where was this a couple of rounds ago? That's the kind of dumb, crazy stuff that we need. And the urge to use the profanity there was just so high.
I
but
understand.
It's Gade and AZ left, 2 versus 5, and they're saving.
Yeah. Quite the hold on here for Navi. We're taking this to 8 on their side, still alive. Never say never. AZ's rang out with that op towards B tunnels. They're going to try to constrict down on these weapons that North are trying to salvage into the next round. There we go. Bomb's going to go off, and it looks like they kind of want to push this, too. They're waiting on the other side of that smoke. They're going to try to take these guns away.
That's the thing. This makes sense, but it's just, oh yeah, okay, they do get away with one, and they are so happy with that, right? The difference between 2 of those rifles being held forward and just the one is huge for North, because now they don't actually have the money to go for a buy. You definitely could have juggled this money around, right, and had something in this round. You could have had weapons almost across the board had you been able to get away with that second rifle. And so that 1 kill that Navi get, that chase, is so worth it, because now it's put them in a spot where, once again, they head up into a round where there's nothing for North outside of this AWP. That said, the AWP has been enough before. So, you know, what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, this is the best chance Navi can have to win a round. Will it transpire to that?
Simple doing the dance that MSL was doing in the first half, jumping on that long peak and almost like 180ing mid-air to change your momentum, I guess.
It's the shoulder peak of the century.
Yeah, right.
Real fast. F1 race car peak almost.
Little run boost here. Oh, that's cool. Peak car safely on Boomish's head. Gonna molly it. No one there though for the time being. North a double setup on the A site, and they've crunched the tunnels.
Yeah, look at this. This tunnels crunch yet again gives all the information to North that they could possibly need. However, that does mean that there are 3 members of North on the other side of the map. And with this impending hit on the A site, with 4 members of Navi out long, surely they're going to start to hustle that way right now.
Oh, almost the bait of the century there. Flamey jumps across. Simple was peeking into the angle, and the flash is good. AZ's going back for more. He might be able to find a 30 bomb if he can win this round for his team, but it's not going to happen. Electronic absolutely slaughters him. KjIRBY on a flank. They clean up the man on the site. Gate is dead, and MSL has got to do the damage. He cannot step up with a P250. It's KjIRBY alone. 1 on 3. Worth a shot, but surely unwinnable.
Yeah, this Molotov on Simple is going to make matters even worse as well. Like, look, he tries to molly them out, and that there would have given KjIRBY a fight in the bomb site where he's displaced the 2 players that were inside of the confines, but never comes through. And that's all because Simple, you know, holds on to that molly, saves it to the very end. The second they know where KjIRBY is, that goes in. And so he's just got to back away, try and hold on to the Krieg. Now, that wasn't a round that North had anything apart from the AWP heading into. But then they shouldn't have the AWP again in this round. So, you know, maybe that matters a lot to North. It's been a real kind of staple of success for them all map long, as it often is on Dust 2.
And AZ's just having the time of his life with it. So if they could have carried that over, might have been the difference maker, but they didn't. As you can see, there's almost a lineup right there, which would have spelled imminent disaster for Navi, who are currently sitting on map and series point for this best of 3.
I don't want to say it's happening, but Navi are sneaking up, guys. Navi are getting rounds. A few in a row now, just to get themselves back into the swing of things. North on Eco, this should be another one. Although North have done a good job of making every round close, even with limitations. KjIRBY getting dunked. Might want to give that gun to Gade, who's on full health. Long way away, though. In the B tunnels. AZ watching the mid doors. KjIRBY got to be careful on the cross, but he is scoped up. Information that can be transpired off of the audio cues. Jump back, KjIRBY spraying, just trying to bait them in so AZ can do some damage. He'll just run away.
Oh, they mollied this, but MSL wasn't actually caught. That molly didn't spread to him. Will they be ready for him here? Cajun just going to get one with the USP flat out, and now MSL's position given up. Not quite able to land the shot, though. And Electronic dealing with him. Now, KjIRBY's been keen to get into position over here on the cart. Now, if you're Navi, you've already dealt with a lot of these A-site players. Are you necessarily going to be ready for KjIRBY in this position? Still, I mean, honestly, the Krieg's pretty great to have here, right? You've got their heads running out. It's like a bit of a shooting gallery, kind of the closest that we come to for like clay pigeon shooting in Counter-Strike. He's going to have all these heads running across the screen, and KjIRBY, let's go. Oh, well. Nah, never mind. Crumbles under the pressure, but that's all well and good. You know, there was nothing invested here from North.
That's simple for you. You know, sometimes you just don't get a chance. You don't get an opportunity. And Navi, hey, they're clinching it round by round. Double digits now found as they keep 4 alive. Perfecto throws the AWP. I don't know where he threw it. Whether they're going to save it or just keep it away from them, but maybe Simple's happier on the Krieg right now. some of these faster rounds that Navi are running, just staying grouped and trading their way into the A site. Makes sense. Gade will not get any exits unless he chooses to go into long.
You are correct. He's going to hold on to the CZ. Surely they don't feed him any frags here. That's going to be another round for Navi. You said it. They're itching their way back in.
Slow and steady wins the race, Trace.
Yes, that's what TwitchStat told me at least.
Simple's got his ult back. Does save it after all. But there are two for North, and they've used their third tactical pause as well, just to really try and figure out what the hell is going wrong.
Yeah, they want to end this right here, and rightfully so.
To be fair, the last 2 or 3 rounds it's been such a skew-if economy of saving some guns, getting away with, like, you know, players of 1400, choosing to eco so you can buy next with 38, you know, not proper buys for North, not what they've got now, this double AWP, all the Molotovs, the kits for the retake. Whatever the game plan is now, this is the best chance they've had of closing this map.
And this is like the real eye test, right? Like, was the comeback ever beginning, or was it just the fact that North didn't have everything they needed, right? Like, as you say, there was a lot of these kind of half-bought rounds, all leading up to this full purchase. If Navi get this, though, the comeback could be well and truly on. However, this is not the start they wanted. This was Navi trying to get back into the swing of things, and instead they have been punched on down. KaJND and Kirby, the old left-right goodnight over towards long doors, and that sends the bomb away back towards Electronic down here in mid, where they think they might be able to find some success. However, look at number 9 on the minimap. Gade is primed and ready for this B play through mid. He's keeping an eye on that. Simple has headed in through the upper tunnels in the meantime. AZ is scoped in on this position. So we're going to have the clash of AZ and Simple as this play looks to come on in.
Yeah, AWP for AWP. Simple's using the Dig right now. Going to jump again, baiting the peak. Simple's so good at it. And it catches AZ off guard. Electronic pushes ahead of the play and through the smoke. Gade sprays, but only 1.5. 2 HP left on Electronic. And surely a retakeable round for North, who have a hell of a lot of utility.
One more round right there, and what is sealed the fate. Now, Electronic with 2 HP. And nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, because those heat seekers will find you. Electronic falls. Kirby puts him out and also puts Navi out of this best of 3. Congratulations to North. They have done what at least we did.